What's going on, everybody? It's Tommy James, Mista. Oh, so mood. Oh, you hear that crowd? You hear that crowd? Oh, you hear that crowd? Oh, you hear that crowd? I hear that crowd, and it's loud and improud. Yes, I'm sitting here with none other than your favorite singer of all time, everybody's favorite singer that's going to be performing August 19th at Lone Star Bar and Grill for the second rounds on us, The Takeover. None other than Mr. Malave.
It's Mr. Malave.
It's
Mr. Malave. Yeah. You know, I'm getting my vocal cords warmed up because, you know, we're only like 2 weeks away, buddy. Mm-hmm. Only like 2 weeks away, and I can't fucking wait.
I'm really excited for it.
Yeah,
man. We're getting there. We're going to party it up. Yeah. Right now, we're on round 92, so we've got that countdown still continuing. You know, we're changing it up, and it's going to be really exciting. Now, people are probably wondering, what's going on? Why are these guys recording a little earlier than usual? Well, that's because we decided that we are going to have a guest tonight. It's Cosplayers Month, of course, and we
cheers to Cosplayers Month.
Cheers to Cosplayers
Month.
Clink, clink. Of course, cheers to the messenger. To the messenger. Clink. Wow, it burped. It came out.
Yeah, it just came out.
So, we're going to do something special. The first time we've actually ever done this, and we're going to call her right now.
Ooh.
And if she doesn't pick up, she found it's on air. So
yeah, if she doesn't pick up, well then, you know, fuck it. We'll just
she's all the way from Florida, so let's make sure Trish is ready to go. Here we go. Let's make that phone call.
Yeah, like what if she's like in the shower or something? Like she's not gonna pick up. And that'd be cool. We just keep going and stall, you know? We'll just stall. Okay, here we go. Okay. I feel like we're doing a phone tap.
Hello?
Hi, Trish.
Hey, Trish. She picked up.
Hey guys. Hey, how's it going?
It's going great. You are live. The second round's on.
Yeah, cheers. Clink, 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 clink.
All right. Thanks for having me.
Yes, this is great. We were actually debating that if you were going to, like, play a game with us and not pick up and then call us back, and we were going to be like, oh, man, like, on air and everything.
Yeah.
It would have went to voicemail. We would have been sitting there going, do we leave her a voicemail?
I would have. I actually would have just kept going live on her voicemail. That's what I would have did. Just kept the show going.
You gotta always keep the show going. But she's here. She picked up the phone, and now it's time for Cosplayers Month. Woo. So, Trish, I think it's the best way to start it off. Why don't you properly introduce yourself and tell everybody where they can find you, all social media platforms.
All right, so my name is Trish Allshouse. I am a native Floridian cosplayer, and my handle is Electrish Cosplay. I'm getting pretty big on Instagram at Electrish, and on Facebook I have a Facebook cosplay page, Electrish Cosplay, and I'm new to Patreon, but I also have a Patreon. It's patreon.com/Electrish, and so I try to keep my social media pretty active lately, especially since I do so much in the cosplay world.
Mm-hmm. And this is true, and you do, because I mean we follow you. You know, you follow us. We see what you do. And it's pretty fucking awesome.
Yeah. I like it a lot.
Thank you. So it's a hobby that became an obsession that became like my life, basically.
I mean,
it sounds like oddly familiar.
Oh, yes, that is true. It's like us. We took drinking and we...
It became an obsession, and now it's our job.
I mean, that's great, but I got to tell you, I love the name, Electrish.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you.
It makes me want to do the electric slide.
Yeah. And it also sounds kind of dangerous.
The story behind that.
Oh, I want to hear about the story.
Yeah. Okay. So for a while, I was really into makeup artistry. I was a makeup artist for about 3 years, and I was always doing these crazy makeup looks on people who were willing to let me do it. And so, you know, we were really busy around Halloween, and I always went off during Halloween, especially with makeup, and I loved it because, like, you know, it allowed me to be creative for other people and for myself. So it's just like a name that people used to call me. They were like, "You're so electric. You're just electrifying. You're Electrish." So it kind of just stuck. I loved it. Yeah. So
nice.
I like that though. Like,
yeah,
Electrish.
Like, is she an electrician? No,
she's really funny though, because I was actually at an event in cosplay, and somebody was like, "What's your real name?" And I'm like, it's Trish.
Duh.
So,
It's Elect.
it's really funny, though, because when people get used to the name, you know, they kind of question your actual name. I'm like, yeah, it's Trish.
See,
That's pretty funny.
that's pretty bad. Because it's like, you know, like me, like, you know, Tommy James, and people have asked me, well, what's your real name? And I respond, it's Tommy James.
Yeah.
And they're like, oh, you use your real name? I'm like, my first and my middle, I don't, you know, tell everybody my last name.
Do people not do that? I mean, do people not do that anymore?
Yeah, I don't
understand. Are we weird?
No,
Yeah, I don't know.
people do it all the time,
I
and
don't
people just don't
understand
get
that.
it.
That's my real name too. Matthew Malave is my real name. Like, I'm using my real name as my stage name. I'm just, you know, they're like, oh, I thought that was made up. Why would I make up a name that way? Like, it's
I guess it
name.
depends, you know, because some people have terrible names, so I guess they gotta come up with something.
Yeah, like Brian.
Like Brian.
Like Brian.
Like Brian Cox or something.
Yeah.
You know?
Brian Cox.
Nobody wants that name.
Or Ivana
like Richard
Humpelas.
Cox. Nobody wants that name.
No, I definitely wouldn't want that name, or like, you know, Dick Hard. And
Yeah.
I did have when I was working somebody named Susan No One, and I thought it was great because I was like, technically she's Miss No One,
Yeah.
and that's hilarious.
Enter the no.
How could you have a last name No One and people take you serious?
Yeah, right. It's just like, don't talk to me.
Is
You're no one.
Is no one here? Is no one here?
Come on, guys. No one. No one.
But then on the opposite end, there's people who have names that no one believes are their real names. Like, your name is not Bruce Wayne, man. Come on.
Oh my God, I would love to meet a Bruce Wayne.
Or like Dick Clark.
I've met one, and he was a very refined gentleman.
He was?
Was he really? Was he rich?
I mean, in my heart, he was.
Does
Hey, that's two different
does
things.
Does he have a butler?
Not that I saw. Who knows?
Okay, 0 for 2.
In her heart though,
In our heart
it was
of hearts.
Alfred.
Yeah, it was.
Did he have a son by the name of Damon? Was it Damon?
Was it? Was it now?
So, all right, let's get into this. Let's get all the details down. Now we know how you got your name, which hilarious. But I want to know the first cosplay you've ever done, because you've done a lot. From what we've seen, you have done a bunch.
I recently did an inventory. I have over 35 cosplays. In my roster.
That has to be the most.
And I didn't even realize.
Goddamn!
So the very first cosplay that I ever did was actually, I don't count it as a cosplay because I was really young and I was into anime at the time. So it was a Yame from Inuyasha, and I wore like these like faux fur leg warmers and stuff. It was just stupid. But then after that, the very first comic-related cosplay that I did was actually Catwoman.
Catwoman.
Oh.
Yeah, I've always been a huge fan of Catwoman. Love Catwoman. Especially after seeing Batman Returns at a young age. I was just like, Catwoman. Love Catwoman.
So you pretty much looked at Michelle Pfeiffer and said, yes.
I still bow to that woman. I will forever bow to her. She's a queen. Forever.
You know what? I would look at her and say yes, too, because she's...
Everything about that was just fantastic. She actually learned how to use the whip for the movie.
Yeah.
You know, her skills are on point. It's amazing.
I love her as Catwoman.
She was great Catwoman.
And wait, you had that cosplay?
So I don't have the Michelle Pfeiffer Batman Returns version. I have the New 52 DC version.
Okay.
Where she's got the goggles and the big cowl.
Okay,
I have that version. And that was my first one that I did.
Sweet.
And I just kind of threw it together quickly because I had to go to a costume contest. And I was like, I'm going to do this. I'm going to put this cat suit on and just get out there. And I did. So, it was really cool. People were really responding well to it. And it just was really exciting. Because that's a hard one to do at first. You know, it takes a lot of stuff to do that one at first. Yeah.
What makes it
got
so
a lot
hard?
of sex appeal. She's got extreme sex appeal, and she's very, very different. Like, she's not the girl next door. You know what I mean? She's mysterious. So it was really, it was a little bit challenging to pull that off, but I did it. So
are you saying you're the girl next door because it was hard for you?
What's that?
So are you saying that your personality is more of the girl next door, so that's why it was hard to channel in the whole little badass kind of like Catwoman?
Well, I wouldn't say that. I have, there are two sides to everyone.
Oh, yeah, that's a good answer.
Yeah.
So Catwoman, I've definitely got Catwoman in me, that's for sure. So it was fun. It was really a lot of fun to do. And just to see, like, people's reactions, it was really fun.
So you said that you went to a cosplay. Was this a cosplay contest or was this like just a costume contest?
So it was at a bar, and it was just a costume contest. So everybody was dressed up, and they did a costume contest. So I was in it to win it, and they had the Batmobile there. So I took photos with the Batmobile. And stuff.
What bar was this?
So where I live, there's a downtown area, and it was a rooftop bar called Roxy's.
How'd they get the Batmobile up on the rooftop?
No, the Batmobile was on the ground level, but
Way
then
to
on
go,
the top was
Matt.
where they had,
Okay,
like,
sorry. I'm kind of stupid sometimes.
Yeah.
So,
cool, though.
I mean, but the main question is, did you win?
Yeah.
I did not win.
No.
Okay.
Sons of bitches.
Now, who beat you and was it Kiss?
So it was actually Robin who beat me.
Wait, what?
What the fuck?
I don't know. I didn't get it either, but yeah.
Now you're saying Robin, not Nightwing. You're saying Robin.
Yeah, like Boy Wonder freaking beat me.
How did what? It's like Peter Pan almost.
Yeah, that's weird.
Yeah.
That's fucking weird.
I guess the judges were a little on his side, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, I think I understand where you're going. The Boy Wonder, absolutely.
But it was fun. It was a lot of fun, though. You know, costume contests are a great way of easing into cosplay, I would say, because it's like everybody's drunk and having a good time.
Right.
But they're all dressed up and they're all like, wow, this girl like put thought into hers, you know? It's like, it's fun.
Yeah, see, most of the time, like, whenever we ask any, like, cosplayer, the first thing they usually say when it comes to cosplaying is Halloween. That's where they all got their, this is when I want to dress up. You know, Halloween was the main one.
Absolutely.
So that was
Halloween
actually a different
was always a huge thing for me. I always was the girl that, like, went all out. In fact, I would go to, like, one party as one, in one costume and then go to another and another.
Nice.
Oh, you're one of those people, huh?
Yeah.
One of those people.
I went all out during Halloween.
That's like,
I mean,
you going to Tommy's party? Yeah. I'm heading over there after here. Oh, cool. Can I ride with you? Nah, I got all the rest of my costumes there for the night.
What costumes are you dressing in? I got it on.
I can't tell you. Like, then
you gotta come. You gotta see.
You gotta see. Jeez.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
let me.
Halloween's big for me.
Let me ask you, like, what is the most you've ever spent on a cosplay?
Ooh, yeah.
So that's a good question.
Thank you.
So the most I've ever spent is probably around $500, $600.
What?
Which is not bad.
Goddamn!
Which is not bad considering the fact that, you know, you're buying materials and you're sewing them and you're putting things together. Like the one that I'm mentioning right now that was the most expensive for me was Batgirl. And the reason why is because, you know, she's got the cape, she's got the boots, she's got the belt, she's got the cowl, she's got the suit, she's got everything. You know, you can't look like a Party City nerd. I'm sorry. Like you gotta really do it. You know. So yeah, I spent the most, like, 120 of it was on the cowl. So that's not bad considering.
A towel?
A towel.
Yeah, the cowl that she wears, the mask. You know, Batgirl's mask.
Yeah.
Wow.
So,
That was 120. So 120 of the 600 that I spent was into that.
It leaves you with 480, so that's not too bad.
Well, you know, for some boots and stuff, why not? You know,
A little belt.
Yeah.
I just justify it any way I can.
So you're saying that, like, all right, you spend $600. Now you said with all the material and stuff. So is it just the material, or was everything like made already and you bought it?
So the only thing that was made already was the cowl. So everything else I had to buy the materials. I had to buy the paint. I had to buy everything. Like, I bought a pair of shoes just so I could rip up the bottom of them and put them into a pair of boots.
Wow.
Whoa.
That's commitment.
Yeah,
Like,
that is.
It was really elaborate, but I was focusing on it so much that I got it done in like about 6 months. So considering the time that it took me and the amount of money that I was spending per month, it wasn't really that bad. It was worth
Well,
it.
I mean, it sounds pretty bad, Trish. I gotta understand. It's like it's $600. The costume's not even made,
Person, yeah.
and then you spend 6 months on top of that. So, yeah, it's
We're
pretty
rounding
bad.
up to about 3,600.
I mean, some people buy cars. I buy costumes.
Yeah. Well, do you have a car?
Yes, I do have a car.
So you don't have to worry about
It
it.
is not
and
the
it costs
Batmobile.
less than all her
And
cosplays.
it is not the Batmobile, so it gets me around, and that's good.
And
No,
that's
of
all
course,
that
it's
matters.
the Trishmobile.
It's just the Trishmobile. It's the Electrish mobile.
It's the Electrish Mobile.
Oh, is it an electric car?
Oh, yeah, it's definitely an electric car.
Oh my
Oh,
God!
that's great.
Oh, cheers to that!
Cheers
Cheers
to
the
that.
electric,
Cheers to
the Electrish Mobile.
That's phenomenal. That's a bumper sticker. Put it on the bumper sticker.
Yo, how about this? How about you
TMI,
take like $50
TM
and
hashtag.
make your own bumper sticker? I'm pretty sure Batgirl would love it. So I have a
Yeah,
question
yeah.
for you. What is
Okay.
your favorite cosplay?
One of my own cosplays that is my favorite.
Yeah. Which the ones that you do? Which is your favorite to put on, like, and to be?
I know my favorite.
It changes a lot.
So what is this
But
year's
one
favorite?
One that's really close to my heart is Batgirl. And the reason why I'm talking about Batgirl again is because not only did I put that much time and money and effort into the costume, but I used it to do some like charity events, and then I used it to do like some really cool photos, and then I used it to, I got a lot of good use out of that costume. So it means a lot to me. And I was going through a hard time before I started making it, and just focusing on doing something creative and constructive made me get through what I was going through. So it was good. It was really good for me.
That's awesome.
So that one, I guess, is my favorite.
So now
Yeah, I guess that would be my favorite.
Nice. So now that the whole $600 thing doesn't sound so bad now.
See, yeah, you can always justify cosplay.
That is true. It's like, because now it has more meaning
Right,
to it. And,
right.
and whenever, like, you put your effort, you put meaning into it, in the long run, it doesn't matter how much it costs. It matters how much it means to you.
Right.
Even though, to me, when I hear you say that, I go, fuck, that's a lot of fucking money.
That's a lot of fucking money.
Yeah,
And-
it definitely is. But you know what? You get this feeling from cosplaying that you can't get from really much else other than like drugs or alcohol. It's like it's just very fun, and you just feel free, and you just are able to express yourself on a different level. So
Right.
that to me is worth it.
That's great.
That's great.
That's
I
awesome.
mean, at the end of the day, that's why you do it, right? Who cares about the money at the end of the day and all the time you spend in? It's the satisfaction
Absolutely.
you feel when you put that on and when
Absolutely.
you do what you love to do.
I love doing it. I absolutely love doing it. I have a passion for it. Like, it's ridiculous. Like, I don't even know where it comes from, but it's there. And I can't, I can't stop it. It's like, every day I'm, thinking about the next one.
Hell
weird.
yeah. Hell yeah. Cheers to passion.
Yeah, cheers to passion. Cheers to passion.
Clink, clink, clink,
Clink,
clink,
clink.
clink. So we have
Yeah.
cans, so we can't really clink, so we say clink,
Yeah, yeah.
So let's actually find out, since nobody really knows. What are we drinking right now?
Oh, I am drinking...
What are you guys drinking?
I'm drinking a Corona. It's imported from Mexico, which is a lie, but it's the Cervezas Más Fina. Cheers.
I mean, I'm drinking the same
Here.
exact thing as Vesperas Masmina.
Say it again,
Do
Tommy.
you guys have limes? Do you have limes in your Corona?
No, it's cans.
They're cans, which is why we can't really cheers in the best way. You can't hear it.
No worries.
No, we
We're
got.
doing a implied cheers right now. with
Yeah,
my-
it's
my-
one of those you just clink, 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 clink,
Clink,
clink,
clink, clink,
clink,
clink.
clink, clink.
Yeah.
Like, these are just tall boys. And matter of fact, you know what? Let me ask you: how much is a Corona 24 ounce in Florida?
Okay, shit. Okay, this is a tough question. It's probably the toughest question you can ask me because I don't drink beer. I don't really drink beer. But I'm gonna say they're around $10.
For a 6-pack.
I don't really know, to be honest with you.
So you're not a beer drinker. There's nothing wrong
I am
with that.
not.
Not everybody is.
I can drink bottles upon bottles of red wine though.
Oh.
What kind of red wine?
I really love Cabernet and I love Pinot Noir.
Okay.
I like Pinot Noir.
Yeah. A lot of people like Cabernet. I love Cabernet, actually.
I'm not a red wine guy. I like
Cabernet
white.
is my go-to. Cabernet is my
like white.
go-to. I like white wine every once in a while, but I always go back to the red, like always.
Yeah.
Well, don't they say like one glass of red wine a day is actually good for you, like for your health?
Shit. I'm going to start drinking.
Yeah, so imagine how good a bottle is for you.
No, see, that's bad.
Well, anything in excess is bad.
Well, yes, air. Too much air is bad for you, so... Because pollution, we're not going to get into pollution. Fuck you.
Fuck pollution.
Fuck pollution.
Exactly.
So,
Fuck pollution.
I have a personal question. This is a personal question because, me and you have spoken before, and, I am a fan of your cosplay. I think it's really awesome.
Thank
I
you.
love the Iron Spider.
I do too.
It's so
Dude, thank you.
awesome.
Oh, thank you so much. That was my most recent one, actually.
Tell me how you got those, the spider, the spider arm.
So,
Yeah.
technically, they're referred to as Waldos in the comic books. They're basically iron spider arms.
Oh, learned
The
something.
suit was designed by Tony Stark
Mm-hmm.
for Peter Parker, and Mary Jane in one of the comics actually grabs the suit to go and save both of them in the suit. So it's pretty badass. So had to cosplay that. So I bought the suit, and then later on I was like, all right, I got to make these arms. So she's got 4 of them in the comic book.
How did you make that though?
So it took me about, I want to say like 2 weeks completely. I went to Home Depot. No joke, the people that work at Home Depot actually know me by name now.
Trish, back
they
again.
know me. Yeah, they know me by name because I was in there so many times looking at different things. I used PVC piping, which I dremeled down to the same kind of size on each side. And then I attached EVA foam to the end that I kind of just drew the shape. And then I spray painted everything and I glued everything. And I attached them to a harness, which is on my back, a leather harness, which is secured with these clear straps. And I sewed it all together with fishing wire. So it was pretty crazy and elaborate, but hey, I had to do it, so I did it.
Wow, that is pretty dope.
Yeah,
I would have never thought to put all those
you.
materials together to make spider arms.
Yep, it's pretty dope.
So I actually wore it to a convention to debut it, and people were freaking out. They were just like, "What?" They were running up to me, and I loved it because I felt so proud of myself that I actually was able to do that because I've never seen anybody really do it that often.
Yeah,
and the ones that I have seen are very few and far in between.
We don't see that in New York. I have not seen Iron Spider yet in New York.
Yeah, no.
Have you been to the New York Comic Con?
Oh, we go every year.
We go every year.
Every year.
Yeah, that's a goal of mine. So I hope to see you guys there one year.
Oh, you know what?
You
There
definitely
is a possibility. We will talk about that off air, but we will find a way to get you to New York City Comic Con.
All right.
Because I do, in fact, love going to New York City Comic Con.
I love going to New York City
I'm a
Comic
big
Con.
fan. Now, speaking, I like that you mentioned the New York City Comic Con because my question now is, what is your favorite con in the Florida area?
So my favorite convention, I've been to twice, and it's MegaCon, and it's in Orlando.
The big one.
MegaCon.
MegaCon.
I feel like it gets more of an effect when you say it that way. So
You got to say it like
MegaCon is
Megatron, though. You got to say it like Megatron. MegaCon.
okay, yeah, you got it. And it's a really big one, so it's just this huge convention. I saw tons of cosplays I didn't expect to see this past year. There was a dude walking around as the Queen Alien, with the face and the tail and the spinal thing.
He was a xenomorph?
Yeah, man. He was a xenomorph walking around. It was crazy.
Oh, that's awesome.
Must have been better than Xenomorph we saw in the
I saw Wizard Wonka. I saw
Blanca?
some Skeksis, the Dark Crystal. I don't know if you ever watched
No,
that.
really? Somebody dressed up like that?
Yeah, and it was sick. It was really cool.
Oh, man.
Yeah. So people go all out during that convention, so that's one of my favorites in Florida because I'll be honest, the ones in Florida are pretty small usually, depending on where you go. But
Right.
yeah, South Florida, we don't have a lot of convention centers, especially where I live. I usually have to travel about at least an hour or 2 hours, sometimes more, to go to conventions that I really like. So.
But it's the commitment that matters.
Exactly. It's like an adventure every time. You know what I mean? You drive there, you stay in a hotel, you hear really weird stuff. You know, you meet really interesting people. It's a lot of fun.
Hold on, time out.
It's worth it.
You said that you hear really weird stuff after mentioning you were in a hotel room. So let's go back to that.
Please.
What do you hear?
So I've heard a lot of really strange things in hotels during conventions. Like I've heard, okay, I remember this one time there was people screaming at each other, and then the fire alarm went off at like 5 a.m.
Oh, nice.
because someone tried to set their room on fire or something, and it was just ridiculous. So
Get that insurance
I've
money.
heard some pretty strange things going on. I mean, but I think a lot of cosplayers are partiers, so it comes with the territory.
Yeah.
Yeah, burning your room. Well, I mean, we do that too. We burn our rooms
I mean,
down.
rooms
and
get
shit.
burned all the time. Like,
We
Burn
break
the
doors.
roof down.
We do all that because we're
Yeah.
partiers. You know, we're New
Yeah,
Yorkers,
yeah,
so
yeah.
we shoot people or we
Yeah.
burn shit down. That's how it
yeah.
works.
Yeah.
We don't really do that.
I gotta get there, man. It sounds great.
we shoot people and burn it down. Yo, I gotta come.
Yo, that sounds
Can't
dope.
wait. I can't wait. Yeah, but yeah, it's, you know, you never know what's gonna happen, and you never know who you're gonna meet or what you're gonna see. But it's kind of, that's the excitement of it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I
You
agree.
get to meet a lot of really interesting characters. And there's some people that just carrying on a conversation with them, you're just like, whoa. I thought I was bad.
Whoa. She said, "Whoa, you need a friend."
Whoa, bro.
Yeah. Do you live in a dungeon?
Oh
Yes
boy.
or no?
Like benchwarmers, the little.
That's all I need to know. That's all I need to know. Before carrying on this conversation, do you live in a rape dungeon?
Oh my god. It's like Silence of the Lambs mixed with Benchwarmers, the little midget that was in Benchwarmers when he was bullying him.
You can
If I
iPad.
still again.
Yeah. Peanut butter and jelly.
Oh, someone should cosplay that guy and just carry a little basket.
Oh my god, I
Yeah,
could
someone
totally
should
have my.
cosplay Buffalo Bill. And he could just like tuck it, you know, nobody would really
Oh, but
mind.
that's horrible. Why is anybody? Nobody wants to do that.
Yeah, no.
And if they do,
Somebody out there is gonna do that.
You know
If
what?
people are gonna cosplay as Frankenfurter, you know they'll do Buffalo Bill.
Yeah, that's actually a really good point. But I have never seen a Buffalo Bill except in the movie.
That would be
But
really
that
cool.
honestly, that part always, even as a kid, used to. What the fuck?
It's just like, why are you doing this?
Yeah, I know.
You're a
I know.
sick bastard.
I know, he's a sick bastard. But as a kid,
Great
I'm
movie,
like,
though.
Yeah, that
Great
movie just took this turn during that point, and you're just like, what am I watching right now?
Yes, I have to agree.
I remember watching it as a kid and like,
Like,
you
who
know,
wrote the plot to this movie? Like, seriously.
An Academy Award winner.
yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, that's what we got, you know?
That's what's great about it. I mean, I do love Silence of the Lamb. It is one of
Me
the
too.
top
It's a
favorite of
classic.
mine.
Yep.
I mean, think about it this way. Anthony Hopkins he made an iconic role and he was in the movie for maybe 15 minutes.
Right, exactly.
That just
Sure.
proves a good actor is a good,
Yeah,
you know,
collectively 15. Yeah.
I would say about 15
Absolutely.
minutes.
Yeah.
Actually, you know what? I have a really good question for you. You know, I know you go to a bunch of cons. Who is your favorite celebrity that you've ever met at a con?
I like that one.
Let's see. You know what? I'm gonna say,
Never met that guy.
I'm
Never.
thinking. I think that, I don't know, man. There's not a lot of big celebrities at conventions that come. I really want to meet Jeffrey.
You get like the Chinese guy from the Goonies and shit.
Showed up. They cancel, man. They cancel all the time.
Do they really?
Yeah.
It's the
sucks.
weather.
I really wanted to meet Jeffrey Dean Morgan, but didn't get a chance to.
Oh,
Jeffrey Dean is the man.
Yeah, he was going to be at MegaCon this year, but then he canceled. Sucked. But
Filming.
would have loved to have met him.
Yes, I am a big fan of Jeffrey Dean Morgan.
And Lucille.
Yeah.
I
Have you ever
liked him
seen
before
American
that.
Horror Story?
American Horror Story?
Yeah, like the show.
Yeah.
Which season, though?
Any of them.
Oh, okay, yeah.
I've seen like the first 3 seasons.
Are you guys fans of that show?
I was. Honestly, I really was. And then it got retarded. Like, after Freak Show,
Yeah,
I was just
I
like,
agree.
come on.
I agree.
Like,
I agree.
after Freak Show, I just gave up all hope.
I did like Hotel a lot because I love Lady Gaga and I think she killed it literally in that role. And
She did do
I
good.
love vampires, so
Oh, okay.
I love vampires.
See,
so.
I didn't really know what it was really about. That's why like I said, after Freak Show, I was just like, nah, I'm done. You know,
Freak Show wasn't that good.
Yeah.
it was bad. It was really bad. Like, so I really gave up on it, and I've always wanted to try to go back and like, cause I know every season's different, but like, I just feel like they lost like the oomph. You know, after the first 3, because the first 3 was great. Like, the first one with the haunted house was good. The second one was the Covenant?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
No.
Well, I've been to some panels during conventions with some of the actors from the show, and it's really creative how they have the same actors in a lot of the seasons.
Yes.
Oh, I love that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love that.
It was really, there wasn't a show like that out there, so it was very creative and unique in that respect. But then I agree with you, it just went straight down. It was like, what is going on with this show?
Like,
I think they just ran out of material. I think that's what happened. You know?
Well, I mean, even
you have all this like solid ideas, and then it's just like you have nothing.
Right, because even the beginning of Freak Show was really good with the clown and the killer and like all that shit, and I was invested. That clown was scary as fuck. Like, and they just kill him 3 episodes in, and you're like, why?
Yeah.
Keep him around a little longer, you know?
There's a convention here in Florida called Spooky Empire. I don't know if you guys have heard of it, but a lot of people, it's all like horror related for the most part.
Ooh.
And a lot of people cosplay as Twisty and all kinds of characters like that, like crazy characters. But that's also really unique, and I love it. You see like some sick pinheads, like it's amazing. I grew up in the 80s, so I always watched those old horror movies, and
those are the best ones.
really are.
You know, we grew up in the 80s too, like, and I love those horror movies.
You can't remake those. Those are the classics. You know?
You think they can't remake them, huh?
No, yeah, they definitely are.
I mean, you can, but I don't even want to talk about it.
They'll never be as good.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Except it might have a shot.
Oh, it might have a shot.
It might have a shot.
It looks promising. It looks promising.
It does.
It does. I mean, it is 1990, but it looks like an 80s type of movie. But yeah,
as long as they stay true to the basics, as long as they don't try to get all crazy with the CGI and everything else that they do these days, I think it'll be okay.
Yeah, I hope not. The one thing is I know this supposedly does stick to the book itself, which is great because that shit is fucking gory as hell, and I'm excited for that.
Yeah, definitely. So I'm like researching it out. In American Horror Story, the second one was Asylum, which was really good.
Asylum,
yeah.
And third one was Coven, which was also really good because that had a whole bunch of female casts.
Very good.
Yes, that was a good
very
one.
Good.
Angela Bassett was in
Angela
that one.
Bassett made her premiere on that one.
That was a good one.
And it had like all the New Orleans kind of like witchcraft and stuff and all the voodoo.
Yep.
So that was really good.
Yeah.
And then 4 was Freak Show. And that's when everything just went downhill from there.
Well, if you ever want to rewatch Hotel, I think Hotel was a very good, different kind of season. But then after that, I can't.
I've never really watched Hotel, so I might just give it a chance.
So it's got Lady Gaga in it.
Right.
It's all based around she's a vampire countess, so she's like very. I just love it. I just love her character. I think they did a really great job. Very narcissistic and just gory and just it's awesome. I love it.
Isn't she coming back?
Yeah, for the season 6.
Oh yeah, they're bringing her back.
That's well. I got into the beginning. It was Freak Show that made me really want to take a pause. And then I heard Lady Gaga was in it. I'm not the biggest fan of her, so I was like,
that's when I was just like, are you kidding me now? They're stretching. Enough.
But I do
I'm
hear
not a
she's
huge
good.
fan of her music, but I love her, I guess you could say, just her how she is, you know. She's very outgoing and very expressive, and she's a great actress, actually.
Well, you hear it here.
You hear it first.
You just heard it first. Lady Gaga, great fucking actress. I laugh when I say it because I always consider her an entertainer. I never consider her I could never ever consider her a great artist because to me she's not an artist. She's an entertainer.
Right.
That's
there is a difference, for sure.
I always considered it a difference because she's an amazing singer, but the way she portrays her music is more about, hey, flashy, look at me,
dancing,
instead of, hey, check out the way my voice is.
Exactly.
And when she worked with Tony Bennett, she didn't sell that much because everybody wants the flash.
Of course, they're used to the whole Lady Gaga flash, but before that whole meat dress thing,
I hated that.
Like, she was actually singing in bars and stuff in New York City with an amazing voice and an amazing talent, which goes to show that, this is a whole nother topic, but which goes to show that music is not about the music anymore. It's about the look.
It is.
It's about the presentation.
True.
It's about entertainment. And I also consider Chris Brown an entertainer, not a singer.
Yeah.
And he's the same way. When you go
Do you
to a show,
consider cosplayers? Do you consider cosplayers entertainers?
Well, you know what? It's a little different with cosplayers. With cosplayers, they take time in either creating or thinking about what they want to do, right? And the reason why they do it sometimes is for passion, sometimes for a request, but they take their time and they do it. And when
sometimes
they do
for
it,
popularity,
right. Sometimes, so it's yes, it can be relative, and those are the entertainers. Oh well, so many people want me to do this, so I'm gonna do it. I don't really watch the show, I don't really watch the movie, but I'll do it anyway. Those are the entertainers.
Yeah,
but the
true.
people like you who spend $600 and 6 months creating a costume and generally do all these things with the costume, like go to charities and this, that, so on and so forth, that is the real passion. And that's when you put passion behind anything you do, it's not just entertainment.
Right. I have to agree.
That's true.
I always consider, especially when it comes to like cosplaying, anybody that's just out for likes, you know, just like, I'm going to put on this outfit, look a little skimpy, and I'm going to get a couple of likes, you know, as much as I can. I'm going to get mad likes. Mm-hmm. To me, you're an entertainer because you're just a photo.
Yep.
That's really what you are. You don't know about the character.
That's true.
We have met
That's
people.
true. It's just an image. It's not the character.
Exactly. And I always said the main reason we even do Cosplayers Month is because we have appreciation of that you're taking characters that we loved as children and making it real life to us that we can see and interact with, even though you're just yourself. You're not the actual character, because when you try to be the actual character, then you're kind of a dick.
Yeah.
And we've met a lot of people that think they're Batman, think they're Superman, and you're kind of a dick.
Yeah, like, chill, bro. Like,
Yeah,
it's one thing to
that's
put on the
ridiculous,
act, like, you know, one thing to put on the act, but it's another thing
It's one
to
thing
just...
to be in character. It's one thing to be in character, but it's another to like think that you are the character. That
Exactly.
You're,
Right.
You're not. I just love the characters. I love them so much that I want to do them justice by dressing up like them. And you know what? People have told me, you really look like you stepped out of the comic book sometimes. And I'm like, man, that's the best compliment I could get.
Hell yeah.
Word. That's
Hell
what I'm
yeah.
saying. And that's
That was
why we
fantastic.
love it.
Yep.
Because you're dressing up and you're cosplaying as these characters, and we're sitting there going, shit, I remember reading that or watching that when I was a kid, and sitting there going, wow, now I can talk to you, I can take a picture with you.
Yep.
And even if you're, you know, acting as the character, it's when you take off the suit that makes you who you are. If you start still acting like, you know, Batman still thinks he's Batman when he takes off the suit, you're a dick. You're not Batman. You don't have his money. He's a comic book character.
Exactly.
He's drawn.
Yeah.
You know, you were not drawn.
Yeah, we all wish we could be, but nah, it's not happening.
Yeah, no, trust me. I wish
If
I could
only.
say it's Morphin time and become the Green Ranger while we're sitting here. I can't. You know, I wish.
Right?
But I can say I like to be the Green Ranger, but that doesn't mean I am.
Right.
A lot of people at conventions, I was very surprised, especially the most recent convention that I went to, came up to me and they were like, is it okay if I take a picture with you? And I'm like, are you kidding me? Of course it is. You know, because they were just like intimidated, I guess. But it's like, a lot of people need to just stop doing that, because everybody wants to have a good time. Everybody's having fun, you know. Just because somebody didn't spend $600 on what they're wearing, and I took time and effort and put it all together, doesn't mean that I'm not going to take a picture with them, you know. Like it's all about having fun and loving the characters and loving being who you are. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean,
I totally agree.
When we go to cons, like I know some of the best things. I go just to enjoy the environment.
Yeah.
You know, see everyone like dressed up in all these characters and everyone just generally having a fulfillment of euphoria in the whole center that we are in. You know, whether it's Nassau Coliseum, whether it's Javits Center, anywhere. Like you step into the con and you just feel that. You feel the euphoric like presence around. Everyone's just genuinely having a good time.
Yeah. I love that.
And I think that's truly what like made us become who we are as fans. Even this show, like that's how we kind of started. Like we never knew our knack, and eventually this is where we found our knack because we realized, wow, this is so much fun. We get to see what we loved as children, and now, like I said, you know, it's just the opportunity to be able to stand next to that person that looks just like Batman and say, hey, I got a 2-year-old son that runs up to Batman and goes, he thinks it's Batman. And I think it's great.
Yeah.
You know, until...
It is. It's amazing.
Until Batman looks at me and says, yeah, no, I'm Batman. Now, listen, guy, come on. I'm 30 years old. You don't have to tell me you're fucking Batman.
We're all Batman, man.
Yeah, right? I'm Batman, too.
Yeah,
okay? I like
Everybody's Batman.
I don't know about you guys, but I'm Bruce Wayne.
You're the rich guy. I get it. You're the Spanish Bruce Wayne.
Yeah. Órale.
Órale, Bruce Wayne.
Bruce Wayne.
Bruce Wayne.
Wayne.
Now you're Mexican.
Senor Wayne.
Senor Wayne.
Hey, Señor Wayne. ¿Cómo está?
¿Cómo estás?
Yo soy bien. Oh, sorry. That was
You're like a sombrero with the bat horns.
Oh
okay,
my
I'm
God.
sorry. I've gone too far.
The Batmobile has hydraulics. And that's when I stopped watching Batman.
Yeah.
It's just, it's a little too much.
No, I think I gave up with the nipples. Yeah.
Well, we didn't.
Well,
give up.
a lot of people are doing. What do you guys think of like crossovers that people do with cosplays? Like a lot of people mash together two characters, create like a mixture character, like a.
It's creative, and I like creative. Original is great.
Yeah. Being original and creative is pretty dope, as long as it works. You know, as long as it works.
Yeah.
Like we recently saw, what was it? A Harley Spider-Man. And
it was slick.
Oh yeah.
Was it? Yeah.
Silk.
Yeah. It was pretty decent. It was pretty nice.
Okay, that's cool. Yeah.
Yeah. There was also a Joker one, too.
It was a Joker mixed with Spider-Man. It was pretty sick.
That's pretty cool. I saw a guy who was Batman, but he had like a purple suit, and it was like he had the Joker makeup, and he was just like sick looking. I loved it. I thought it was great.
Have you ever thought of doing that?
Yeah, actually, one time because I was a really big fan of The Walking Dead.
Me too.
And of Negan. Like I read the comic books and everything, and I really enjoyed that. So when Negan was on screen, I was like loving it because I love Jeffrey Dean Morgan and what the character.
Yep.
And I was like, you know what? I'm gonna do like a Harley Quinn Negan. So I did that, and I called her Harlegan.
Harlegan.
And I had I had the bat, like she has in Suicide Squad that says goodnight, but it had like, barbed wire, and it had like the Joker's hair in it and blood all over it. Like she bashed his head. Yeah, so it was a little darker, but I loved it. It was a lot of fun. Yeah.
That sounds
and I made myself
awesome.
I made myself a shirt that said "Daddy's Little Slugger."
Nice.
Yeah. So it was cool. I like to do stuff like that. It's really fun for Halloween too. So you take a character like Batman and you make him the Joker, or you make, another character darker. I love doing stuff like that.
Yeah, it's a lot of fun, and the best is when people notice it, realize what you're doing, and appreciate what you're doing.
Right.
Yeah, absolutely. I was always a fan of like movies like The Crow and the comics and
Crow's awesome.
like dark stuff like that. So I love to see cosplayers still do that, to do characters like that at conventions, because well, these days people get them confused with like wrestlers, but
Sting.
Always.
yeah, Sting for sure.
Yep.
You're Sting, and I'm like, no, it's the Crow. Come on.
Come on, guys. That's where Sting got it from.
No, the only way.
And then
you
I
know your
realized,
Sting
and
is
then
the
I
baseball
realized
bat.
my age, and I'm like, ugh. You know.
I mean, I like Sting. I'm a fan of Sting.
Me too. But he
Yeah,
got the black
yeah.
and white from the Crow.
I mean, he got it. Yes, his gimmick did come from the Crow, but the difference between the Brandon Lee and Sting is a baseball bat.
Yeah.
That's true.
That's the only difference.
And maybe like a crow.
Yeah, like a
And
crow.
Well,
Shoulder
and a crow,
and
and the
stuff.
makeup is totally different.
It is actually. It's different. I mean, he has a white face, but it's different. It's totally different.
Yeah, not as much black in there. He doesn't really put too much. I think it's like
Nah.
the couple lines here. The lipstick, I believe, is black. So
Yeah.
they are remaking it.
Hopefully it's good.
Yeah.
It's probably not going to be.
They've done that a lot.
Yeah,
I've lost hope.
it's probably yeah. I don't know. I don't want them touching it, and it's kind of sad the situation with Brandon Lee in general.
Because
It
the
really,
City of
it
Angels.
really is. I mean, think about actors that we've seen, and things that have happened. Like when I was watching The Dark Knight
Ugh.
Rises,
Ugh.
I was thinking of Brandon Lee because the character just reminded me so much of him, and then like it's crazy what happened to Heath Ledger. I was just like, this is bizarre.
Yeah.
I feel like there's just this strange thing around some actors and when they're in their prime and they're just playing this just completely consuming role, like it's almost like a reflection of them, so weird.
I have to I agree. It's
Yeah.
insane. Like even to think I was just watching the last Night at the Museum movie with with Robin Williams, one of his last roles, and at the end, it's crazy because at the end of the movie when he's saying goodbye, like
Oh
a
my
final
God.
goodbye to Ben Stiller, it was like he was saying goodbye to everybody, and it kind of hit. Like you're like shit
Yeah.
because
Yeah.
he
That's
died
true.
4 months before that movie came out,
That's very true.
and it's just
It's
insane.
crazy.
But you know what? I have another question for you.
Yeah.
Now, you have all the money in the world. You're Bruce Wayne. You're Tony Stark. You're Black Panther.
All right.
What cosplay do you do?
I would love to do like a fully armored and like functional Iron Man suit.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Head to toe, just like badass. Like it would fly. I would have the suit that flies. Damn it.
Yeah, like make it
But yeah.
fly.
Like, I want that too.
Like it needs to make it fly. So if you did have all the money in the world, make 3 Iron Man suits because we all.
Yes, I want one.
Yeah.
Can I be
got,
War Machine?
Yeah, for sure. I got you.
I want to be War Machine. I'll be the white War Machine.
Okay.
Okay.
Deal.
Well, he's black, so...
I can get the Iron Patriot color scheme, and just be like Puerto Rican Iron Man. That could work.
You could actually.
Yeah,
You
That
could.
could work. 1 star right here.
El Iron Man.
El.
I
can't-
Iron Man.
El Iron Man.
And Iron Man. Yo soy Iron Man.
Just like Iron
Yo
Man.
soy Iron Man.
El Patriotico.
It has to-
And you could have like a really bad facial hair. Like you could have like, like that, like the really bad Mexican facial hair.
like this.
She can't see your face.
Oh yeah. Sorry. I haven't
You
shaved.
kind of do. I'm just kidding.
I haven't shaved in about like maybe four like a week almost. So
Yeah,
like
all right. She can.
so it's all like
You could probably figure
all
it out.
over. So yeah.
Would it be worse if the villain's like, I'm gonna come and get you, and he goes, ¿Qué?
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 ¿Qué? I have
Yo no sé.
I have Coqui instead of it goes Coqui. It plays fucking Romeo Santos while I'm flying. Mi corazoncito.
That's
That's another thing that I'm a big fan of is parodies. Like parody movies or parody. I have a good friend who does a YouTube channel, and on his channel he does a lot of parodies, like Spider-Verse, and he actually does Iron Man, and
Oh, really?
Lots of stuff like that. It's really funny stuff. Yeah, I'll send you guys a link later on. But it's really
please do.
good.
Yeah.
It's taking something and it's just like making fun of the whole thing.
Just
you know?
bashing the shit out of it.
Yeah, yeah.
You know
Yeah,
what?
there was a guy photobombing us during the convention, and he's like, "There's a guy photobombing us, and he's wearing an Iron Man shirt, and he's like, you're nothing without that shirt."
Oh, shit.
It was
Go
funny.
fuck yourself.
Fuck you, man.
You know, I'm glad that you mentioned parodies. Because we were trying to figure out what we were going to spitball about, what we were going to figure out a topic for. Let's fucking talk a little bit about parodies.
Yeah.
Let's talk
do
about
that.
some great parody movies that we truly love. So, Trish, we're going to start with you.
All right, Spaceballs.
Spaceballs is really good.
Spaceballs is phenomenal.
Amazing. I love it.
When that movie came out, I was just like, why? And then I watched it, and I was like, yeah.
Yeah.
It was so funny.
Yeah. I'm like, Spaceballs? What the fuck is this? This isn't Star Wars. No, it's not Star Wars. It's something better, but funnier.
It's not better.
No, it's not better. It's not better.
Yeah.
But it's funnier.
I mean, someone at some point had to make fun of Star Wars because it's like, come on.
And it was
Word.
Mel Brooks.
Yeah.
Mel Brooks did it.
Oh, speaking of Mel Brooks, he's actually hilarious. He's really funny. He's really funny. What about Robin Hood Men in Tights?
Oh, I love that movie.
We're men in tights.
Men in Tights.
We're men in tights.
The production was just fantastic.
Oh, it was so. Leave us alone, Mel Brooks.
Yeah.
Yeah. Every time they make a Robin Hood movie, they burn our village down.
Achoo. Bless you.
That was Dave Chappelle's one of his first roles in a movie.
He was a chew.
Yeah.
I am
Bless
a
you.
Jew,
A
mother
Jew?
of a sneeze.
Here? Really?
Achoo. Abe Lincoln.
Mother of a sneeze.
Did you say Abe Lincoln? No, I said
Hey,
Lincoln.
Oh, Robin, you're back from the Crusades. Oh, but you lost your arms in battle. But you grew some nice boobs. That's a great one.
That is a good parody movie. Man, that's...
Call the locksmith.
Call the locksmith.
Oh, man.
Yeah,
What about you,
that's
Tommy? What another parody?
Oh, that's tough. Because there's a lot of great ones out there. I would probably have to go with Scary Movie.
Scary Movie is the shit. I remember going to school.
But which one? The first one, right?
The first one.
The second one was pretty good, too.
Special Officer Doofy, you know, that one.
Hey, Doofy, smell my finger.
Yeah.
Ooh, what is that? That's when you know you become a man, Doofy. Okay, smell my finger. Ooh, what the fuck is that? My ass.
Yeah, my ass.
Gail swallows.
Yeah, Gail swallows.
Gail swallows.
I mean, you had Keenan Ivory Wayans doing the directing.
yeah.
You had the Wayans brothers in it, you know, at their prime. Anna Faris was still weird as shit, but, you know.
But that was like her debut role.
That was one of her debut
It worked.
roles, yeah.
It worked for her. It really
It was
did.
her, yeah.
And you know what's funny? That role kind of made her who she is to a point where you're like, she's fucking weird.
Yeah, she's
She
just
is
a weird chick.
weird. Like, she's like that all the time.
In
She's
every
just
role.
She's on this
Cindy.
other level. She's on this level of weirdness.
She really, and that's what's great. I mean, I remember one of the scenes in the movie when the dad's leaving, and he's like, "What do you do when the cops come? Flush your stash."
Yeah, that's
and
right.
I see Anna Faris today still telling, well, at that point, Chris Pratt that. What happens when the cops come? Flush your stash. Yes, exactly.
Exactly.
And now they're divorced.
Yeah.
I know. It's not actually, like, low-key, I was really sad to hear that.
Well, I
I'm
put
really
Chris
sad to hear
Pratt
that.
back on the market, so.
I'm not like, I don't know. I'm just like not really into him. I don't know.
Dare you.
Well, you just made Tommy angry because that's his man crush.
That's a dare you. Star Wars
Oh.
is greatest. I
Okay,
like
well,
Star
you
Lord.
can have him.
You can.
I will have
You
him
can have him.
and his money.
Yeah, Marlon
Okay.
Wayans was actually really funny in that movie. Like,
He was.
when he's like, I got papers, I got bombs, I got everything to make a high nigga pie. What about when he got shot in the lung? He's like, they shot me in the lung. You want to hit this? Yeah, no, that's a really good movie. And part 2 was good because
Part
it
two
was
was
still
good.
Keenan Ivory Wayans.
Yeah.
But after that, they just sold the rights and it just became shit. So
Yeah,
they should have
were-
never made
they
5
were
of them.
doing it.
But that's another topic.
Yeah. Dude, what
Right,
movie's
right.
not to remake?
Yeah, right. What about you, Trish? What's another parody that you like?
Let's see.
I got one.
I don't know.
Because there is a lot out there.
There's a lot. Not a lot of good ones, but there's a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What about
You-
not another teen movie?
That's good.
You know what? I actually liked that. Yeah.
I really love that movie.
I like that movie.
What about when they're
Not
making
another
fun
teen
of
movie that's good.
they're making fun of Billy Bob and
With
like
concussions.
and they have a concussion meter on the scoreboard.
Yeah.
Bing, and it goes down to 0. Billy Bob is out of concussions.
He died.
Yeah.
He ended up dying. And it's
Yeah.
the role that made Chris Evans. That
Right.
started Chris Evans.
Whoa, yeah.
It pretty much is. Yeah.
And it was funny
Which is
because
crazy.
when you go, he went from
He's
not
Chris
another
Evans.
teen movie to fucking The Human Torch
Yep.
to fucking Captain America.
Jesus.
Right, and he's also been in like about 30 romantic comedies. It's crazy. It's crazy. He's been in so many movies. It's like now after seeing all the Avengers movies and Civil War and all that, you like see a movie with him and you're like, oh shit, I forgot about
It's Captain
him being
America.
in this movie.
Oh shit, you in
Because
this
he's
Lifetime
Captain
movie?
America.
It's like Downey
Yeah.
Jr. He's always gonna, even
Right.
whatever movie comes out with, you're just gonna be like, that's Tony Stark.
Oh look, Tony Stark. Like when Due Date came
I-
out with Zach
like-
Galifianakis, I was like, it's Tony Stark. He's having a baby.
It's Tony Stark.
Yeah, you know, like the first thing I did when I got the Civil War movie on TV was like fast forward to the part where he stops the helicopter with his like raging bicep. Like I love that part. He trained so hard for that movie. They had to film those scenes first, you know.
I could see. I mean,
He went
yeah.
from-
You
He
know
went
what?
from not another teen movie to that, like stopping a helicopter with just an arm. You
Yeah.
know? Like he's
He
such a
went
good
from
Captain America.
fucking, what was it, whipped cream?
The whipped cream,
the, whip-
the whipped cream bikini.
the whipped cream bikini.
Whipped cream bikinis. Yeah.
Janie,
Man, I'm
Janie
proud.
was-
I'm proud of you.
Janie's got
I'm
a
proud of you.
gun. Janie Brace got a gun.
She's got a gun!
Oh,
Janie
man.
That's
Bob,
cool
what
though,
was it?
because it shows.
Briggs?
Briggs, yeah.
Yeah.
And she's all that was Laney Boggs.
Laney Boggs, yeah.
Technically, Chris Evans was Freddie Prinze Jr.
He was, and Jason Vanderbeek. What? James Vanderbeek.
James
Sorry,
Vanderbeek. Yeah.
James Vanderbeek.
James Vanderbeek.
What other movies were they making fun of? Everything. They made fun of everything. 16 Candles. They made fun of.
10 Things I Hate About You. That's the singing part.
Yeah. Shit,
Yep.
everything. Varsity Blues. Yeah.
Well, that's, James Vanderbeek.
Yeah. Shit, that movie's good. Mad funny. There was like a point in our youth that the parodies was just coming out. Like, what about like a epic movie and like where they made fun of all those superhero movies that sucked. Like
Yeah,
it
but
was,
There was there was a period of time where it was like there was always a movie coming out that was a parody movie.
Yeah, yeah.
Because they tried to jump on the scary movie bandwagon, and it just
Right,
never hit
yeah.
as well as Scary Movie or Not Another Teen Movie.
Right. But they tried.
They fucked up.
They did. They were
Horribly.
like people were just giving up on movies, so they were like, yeah, let's do this stupid movie.
That was like a dark era. That was a dark time.
those were dark times for us.
Those are
dark
huge
times,
dark.
comedy.
I mean, Marlon Wayans tried to do it again with
The Haunted House.
The Haunted House.
The first one was funny.
The first one was really funny.
Second
actually.
one was a little stretched, but the first one was hilarious. When he's like when he's having sex with the doll, that shit's hilarious.
The Annabelle doll.
Yeah. And then she takes a picture of a selfie with her, and she's like, "This bitch is crazy."
Yeah.
But he was like the revamp, because that came out a few years ago.
Yeah, but it didn't hit.
It didn't hit either, because people are tired of seeing parodies. They don't want to see
It's
that.
true. We don't want spoofs no more.
No one. I think the whole spoofs thing is past.
Yeah, the millennials don't want to see that because it's
Ooh,
like they didn't see the original movie, so they're like, "What is this? What's going on?"
Well, you know what? Their humor
Not funny.
also sucks. So, so they wouldn't appreciate parodies.
Right.
See, we appreciated the parodies because we appreciated the movies for what they were, right? And the cheesiness
Right.
that was there. And then when you had a movie exploiting their cheesiness, and actually did it right, like over the top. It was just pure genius. Well, some of them.
Oh, for sure.
But
Yeah.
they wouldn't appreciate it. It would. I don't think a parody would.
Well,
hit.
the humor nowadays is also directed to ignorance.
Right. And it's more
That's
in your
true.
face, kind of like Family Guy. Family Guy's like, oh, that reminds me of the time where this and this happened, and they show you what happens, you know, instead of saying,
Right.
hey, shut up, I told you not to say nothing about that.
Because instead of using an imagination, they have to show it to
They
you.
have
That's
to.
why horror movies nowadays are really trash. Because
Right.
they don't let you really figure out what is scary about this situation.
Right.
So they just jump scare you, and that's
Right.
why I hate them.
Mm-hmm. And I'm a huge horror
The
freak.
classic. Yeah, me too. The classic horror movies, you always felt like you were there, like
Yes.
you were in that situation because there was nothing else going on. It was
Yep.
just that.
And it was more suspense than anything, really. It was more of, oh my god, when is this fucking killer gonna come out? Or what is behind door number 3? Or is there something that I just saw in the corner? No, there's none of that. It's just your mind fucking with you. And it's me fucking
Right.
with your mind. And that's how it's gonna hit. Right? Because it's all about suspense. It's all about getting that viewer in the mode, in that feeling, to actually be like,
Yeah.
holy shit, I'm scared.
Yeah.
Like, I'm scared to get out of my seat.
I still, to this day, if I watch the Texas Chainsaw Massacre, I still cringe to this day. because
The
it's
original.
So, like,
Not the Jessica Biel one.
yeah,
Okay.
the original.
Okay.
It's so raw. Like, that whole movie is like, it
Pre-
gets you. You know what I mean?
Pretty
I
awesome.
still cringe when I watch it.
I'm a big fan of that one. I mean, there's nowadays, like, you know, like you always got your classes, you got your Freddy, you got your Jason, you got your Leatherface, you got your Chuckies.
Yeah.
Like a Leprechaun, even you could say Leprechaun's technically a classic.
Yeah.
At least the first one.
First one was good. All the other ones.
Yeah, it was pretty good. Jennifer Aniston was in it, so
Yeah.
it was a plus.
Yeah.
But like nowadays, like you rarely find horror movies that'll really get you to
Right.
make you like fearful. And the one besides The Conjuring.
Oh my god, that's the platform now.
The Conjuring was, it had its moments where it was rated R for scary and for being too scary.
Yeah.
But Sinister is another one.
Sinister's good. The first one.
Yes, the first.
Yeah.
The Sinister was really good. Did you ever see Sinister?
Yeah, Sinister was good.
So I enjoyed that one.
Yeah.
Because it was creepy because you never really realized the situation that was occurring until he's like, oh
Yeah.
shit, that he's been there the whole time, and you're like, that's some fucked up shit.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
What's your
Well, there's a
favorite
lot
horror
of,
legend?
There's a lot of I was always a big Jason Voorhees fan because, you know, there was something like about those movies. I don't know. I love those movies, and I love Jason as a character.
I do too. I fucking love Jason.
So you like Jason X?
Jason X was okay.
It's only when they played "Let the Bodies Hit the Floor."
Yeah. When he got the upgrade.
That's so stupid. It made no sense.
Yeah.
We are giving him an upgrade.
It made no sense.
And they had the fucking AI
Yeah.
robot like telling everything, and she gets killed, but she's not really killed, and they love each other. What the fuck was that?
Yeah.
I mean, for what it was, like, and this is when you come to like the whole, since it was Jason 10, you go to the, okay, how much can we actually get away with now? Let's just have Jason kill people everywhere.
In space.
Yeah, so now it's like, okay, you said it was okay, and I'm pretty sure it's because of all the deaths. Like, come on, he takes a girl's face and puts it into this fucking freezing water and then smashes it.
Yeah.
Like,
That was a cool scene.
Yeah.
it's a pretty dope kill. Same thing with all the Saw
Yeah.
movies, right? We loved it for what it was, and now we watch it because it's gore porn. We want to see people die. We want to see them die creative ways.
Right.
That's true. You watch it for that.
Yeah.
Yeah, nobody cares about the plot anymore.
No.
That's been taken away a long time ago. Especially in horror.
Yeah. Oh, that's number one in horror, and then action movies because they're Michael Bay just kills everything.
Blow it up.
Yeah, let's blow
it
shit up. Car scenes, shooting, and movie. No, it's not all.
I
that.
thought they did it. Did you guys see Alien Covenant? It wasn't necessarily. I mean, I don't think those movies are very scary, but for what it was they did a great job.
Oh, you liked it?
liked it. I thought they did a good job.
I disliked it so much I fainted.
He actually fainted,
Really?
by the way, Trish. He really did faint.
You fainted in the movie theater?
No, this was after the movie theater when it was really hot outside and I didn't really eat anything and I had too many beers and I went,
And it was a really long movie.
yeah.
Long, boring, fucking weird, stupid movie. But yes, it was a very long movie.
I mean, during the movie, I was just like, how come they haven't left yet? Like, what are they doing? Why
really
didn't they
stretched
leave?
it.
So I felt the same way, but I was talking to the people that I came with. Why haven't we left yet? Like, that was me. And one of my boys actually did leave.
He did, yes.
He did leave. He was like, yo, bro, I'd rather have been on my phone outside waiting for you guys than finish watching this movie. It was bad.
It's not like the original. It's not Alien. It's not Aliens. Those
Yeah,
movies were
yeah, you're right.
Well, the first one was suspenseful.
Oh, my God.
The second one was just plain old action.
Yeah. That was like,
Yeah.
you saw the Alien. You know what it's about.
Let's go.
Now kill everyone.
Right. It's never going to be like that first one was.
No, it can't because you know what? That was good directing.
Really good direction.
And that was the first time that we ever saw that whole
Yep.
world.
Right,
Oh,
and
my
you
God.
had a great actress in frickin' Sigourney Weaver.
Amazing.
You
The
had
animatronic.
Amazing.
No,
Yeah,
that was
no,
a person
that
in the
was a-
suit.
yeah,
when
that
he
was
went
a
like,
person.
well, you can't see me, Trish, but when he went, that was amazing. I was
Yeah.
like, that's a person. I love it.
Yeah,
Like, you
that
know?
was a person in a suit, a 7-foot freaking person in a suit doing that.
That's pretty dope. Can you imagine having that job? Can you imagine having that job? Like, put this crazy ass suit on and just run after people. Okay.
That's
Yeah,
like
I
Jason.
love that.
That's like the person who plays Jason. It's
Cane
like,
holder.
he's like, oh, okay, so I get to just go through cosmetics or whatever and then just run and kill people?
Run.
Yes.
Jason only ran in one
All
movie.
right.
Yeah, that was the remake. Well, was it a remake or was it like a reimaginative or just another one?
It was a remake, reimaginative version of. It was technically supposed to be the sequel of Freddy versus Jason.
Right. Well,
And with
Or
Jared,
the prequel
with
to-
Jared Padalecki, who's great in Supernatural, but a really horrible actor.
yeah, he's not good. I like that Friday the 13th. It was okay. It wasn't great, but it was decent. It was watchable. It was way better than the fucking Nightmare on Elm Street shit
Yeah.
Jesus Christ, man. What
Yeah.
the fuck?
Yeah, that
Like, this shit, I'm not talking about this shit, man. It just gets me angry. It gets me angry because I love Freddy Krueger. I love Freddy Krueger, and I love
yeah, of
Jason. And the fact, and he picked a good actor, too.
He was a very
He
good
was
actor.
a really good choice. I was on board, and I saw that godforsaken shithole of a movie.
It's a shithole of a
and
movie.
and I'm like, this is ridiculous. This is not my Freddy. And it's just horrible.
Yeah. It was bad. I mean, they had Rorschach to play fucking Freddy, which is a great pick, but they ruined him.
Yeah. Come on,
Yeah.
the CGI on his face. Just put
Yeah.
the makeup like they usually did. Like they usually every
Yeah.
time Robert Englund made a Freddy movie, he spent hours a day
Yeah.
putting the fucking makeup on. Why? Because it's the realism of it.
Right.
Right? I don't want to see a CGI
Yeah,
Freddy
he
Krueger
became,
that looks like
he
a
became
skull.
Freddy.
Yeah.
Right.
He
It's true.
became Freddy. Like,
Right.
he spent that time becoming Freddy.
Becoming-
you know?
yes.
That was all before he was even filmed, you know?
Yeah.
Right. Off screen, you have to become your character, which hence, Heath Ledger, like you mentioned before, they became that character and it consumed them. Like, to this day,
It does.
any other movie that Robert Englund is in, that's Freddy. That's fucking Freddy.
Right, and he doesn't do that much.
No, he doesn't. No, at all.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, that's why. Because everyone's going to be like, oh, shit, Freddy Krueger's
Freddy
there.
Krueger.
You know what I mean? But,
Yeah, they're never gonna see him as Robert Englund. They're just gonna see him as Freddy.
yeah, that's Freddy.
Sure.
Which is why I'm like, listen, guys, like, I know it was back in the day and we have all this computer tech and all this fucking beautiful, like special effects now, but remember what made movies good, the realism behind it. Not everything needs computer animated CGI. Yes, we can make this person look and sound however the fuck they want to sound, but if you cast somebody for that role, let them become that character and do it the old-fashioned way with makeup, and then you can add all the CGI you want after that. But actually embrace
I
them.
completely agree.
You know?
Yeah.
I mean,
Well, times change, and so you know, the whole basis of making a movie has changed.
Yes, that's
Yeah,
very true.
yeah. Of course.
If you're in let's say you're in a movie that's a superhero movie, half of it's going to be green screened anyway. So it's like, you have to really be a good actor in some respects, but you have to really be not even doing anything in other scenes. So it's crazy.
Yeah.
It took away acting.
Yep. Now it's like, oh, you have a really good face. We could put you behind this green screen and just pretend you're flying.
Right.
And it can
Right.
work.
Right.
Unless you're in the movie The Room.
Or The Box.
The Box?
You ever
Is
seen
that the one
Box?
with Cameron Diaz?
Yes.
Oh, that was from a Twilight Zone episode.
It's fucking retarded.
Yeah, they ruined that one. Good cast.
Oh, yeah. I actually saw that movie.
Me
and
too.
I was just like,
It's Cameron Diaz, James Marsden, Cyclops,
Yeah.
and Frank Langhiera or something like that.
It's a good fucking
Yeah.
cast, bro.
It's a very good cast, but it's a Twilight Zone episode. They tried to turn it into a movie, and they just ruined it.
It was.
You press the button,
If
there's
someone
somebody else dies.
anywhere in the world, you
Right,
don't know who
yeah.
it is. I would
Didn't
have been
work for
pressing that
me.
button galore. Like,
Everybody would have pressed that button.
push the goddamn button!
I would have been pressing that
don't
button like it
give
was a
Donald
music
Trump
button.
that button. Keep it away.
You wouldn't have pressed it? Yeah, you're laughing because you know you would have.
Yeah, you definitely would have pressed it. Yeah, I would have fucking pressed
Yeah.
it like 7 times.
Listen, I would have pressed that like a Meeseeks button. I would have been asking all Mr. Meeseeks.
I would have.
You just bing, bing, bing. I'm Mr. Meeseeks, look at me. Go do this for me. And cease to exist.
Yeah,
Rick,
yeah, right?
Rick and Morty.
Oh, man. But yeah, movies aren't the way they're... Now you can film a movie in a few months. I remember back in the day, it's like, well, it's coming out in 2 years. Why? Because we need to film the whole fucking
And
year.
then you have to edit. the
Right,
film.
then we have to edit the film, you know? So I just feel like now things are like, yes, it's a gift and a curse, which is a lot with pop culture today. Like with anything, movies, TVs, music. It's the formula. They found out the formula to make a good movie, good show, good song, and now all you got is saturated bullshit. Why? Because the formula is there for everyone to do it. You know what I mean? And not everyone can do it the right way. You know, but
That's
it's
true.
still gonna hit because it sounds good or it looks good or you got that actor.
Yep.
You know, but it's still bullshit.
Yep. I totally agree.
What are you gonna do?
That's why so many bad movies keep coming out.
That's right.
Oh God.
And that's what Cody's for.
Yeah. That's why. Yeah. That's what Cody's for.
Yeah, I'm not
The only
paying.
movies I actually go see in the theaters are Marvel movies and DC movies.
Yeah.
Sadly.
Movies that I'm excited for.
Yeah.
Wonder Woman was really good.
Wonder Woman was amazing.
Wonder Woman was really good.
Amazing.
I was not expecting it to be that good.
No.
No joke. I was
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
And then it was good.
Well, we had to go that way because, I mean, look at all the debacles that we've gotten before then. We've got fucking
Yeah, they've
Batman
given us
versus
such
Superman,
garbage.
then Suicide Squad, and
Oh,
then
such garbage.
we're going there like, please let Wonder Woman be good. Please let Wonder Woman be
Didn't
good.
disappoint.
And then, holy shit, it was really good. So much so that when the new Justice League trailer hit, guess who was the first person we saw? Wonder Woman.
Wonder Woman.
Why? Because everyone loves
Yep.
that. They're like, don't give me fucking Aquaman. I don't know him. Like, don't give me fucking Superman because he's dead. Cyborg looks retarded. And Batman, Ben
Yeah.
Affleck still needs to really wow me because it was only Batman versus Superman and he was the best part of it, but it's not
Yeah.
enough. She had her own movie. Give
This
me
is
her.
true.
Yeah.
She killed it. Yeah.
I love her. by
And
the
Chris
way.
Pine was great in it too.
Yeah.
He really was. Yeah, he really was.
Mhm.
He was a great, like, their whole chemistry and everything was so
Yeah.
great.
You would think they were dating.
Well, you saw that shit
Yeah.
that went viral with her looking at him.
Yeah, but she's married.
Oh yeah. No. That don't mean
That,
shit.
yeah, that don't mean shit. But she wants a little pine.
She wants a little pine.
She's got a flavor.
She-
That flavor's pine.
Yeah. She want to get some pine soul. Too much? Too much? No. Never enough.
Sometimes you gotta laugh at things.
Oh man. Yeah.
Well, it is getting that time.
Yes.
Its time is running down, and sadly, it's time to say goodbye. I'm a little upset about this because I think we had a lot of fun.
Yeah, I had a great time talking to you, Trish.
Oh, thank you guys. I had a great time as well, and thank you. I'm glad I picked up my phone.
All right, good. So that's just saying that you were looking at it
She
like,
thought
should
about
I? Should I not?
I thought about it for a second.
Yeah, right.
No, I think I accidentally hung up at you at first, and then I figured it out. I'm like, oh.
I figured, you know what? I ain't got shit to do.
You know what happened? It started ringing.
It's Friday. I ain't got nothing to
You ain't
do.
got shit to do. You know what
Got
happened?
no job.
It started ringing, so she pressed the side button, so that way it stops ringing, but it's
Right.
still calling.
It
So
says
she's
the
like,
name and shit.
no, I feel bad. Click, hey.
I'm ready, guys.
Oh man.
But
Yeah, thanks again for having me. I really appreciate you guys. I really like that you guys have this going on for this month. It's a great thing, and it's just getting more of it out there because I feel like cosplay is booming right now. It really is.
Yeah, definitely. And we wanted this month to just reflect people like you, Trish, the ones who spend 6 months creating a costume.
$600.
I didn't want to say that again. But yes, $600 6 months, and is so passionate about what they do that, like you said, it became something that you like, then it became an obsession, now it's kind of like a job. So that go with your passion, go with what you love to do. We are the generation who are choosing, our love over, a desk, and over some like retarded like 9-to-5 job or anything else like that, and we're still doing what we love to do. And that's why we wanted Cosplayers Month to just spotlight the people like you that actually love what they do, and it's not just another Halloween day.
And cheers to that.
Cheers.
Right on.
Clink, clink, clink,
Right
clink.
on. Well said. Thank you. Thanks.
And like I said, I hope you had a good time with us. I mean, you only got 2 of us, but it actually makes it a little easier.
Yeah.
Since you don't have 5 people
Right,
talking.
Yeah.
It does.
And your story's great. It's
Mm-hmm.
one of the best I've ever heard, and we've done a decent amount of interviews with this.
Definitely.
And the
Aw,
passion's
thank you
there.
so much.
And I think that's what's great about it. The passion's truly there.
Yes.
So,
Yeah, you guys will see a lot more from me.
Good.
oh, we're very
We
excited
can't
about
wait.
that.
We really can't wait.
Can we get you back on the show eventually?
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yes.
Yes.
That sounds like a plan. You know what
Yes.
that means? We're going to have to go down to Florida, and she's going to have to come all the way to New York City Comic Con.
Oh,
We're going to
yeah.
find a way to get Trish to come to New York City Comic Con.
Oh, definitely. We
Yes.
gotta make that happen.
But we'll figure
Yeah.
that out. And now it's time to say our goodbyes. Trish, since you are our special guest, I'm going to save you for last. So go ahead, Mr. Malave.
All right, guys, this is Mr. Malave,
Thanks a
a.k.a.
lot.
Matthew Malave, and I had such a great time today in this interview with Electrish and all her...
It's electric.
and
I'm
all
sorry.
her-
It just
it's
sticks.
just so good. It's so,
It
and
sticks.
all her passion. It really is refreshing to hear a story like hers. And this is why I love Cosplayers Month, man.
Yeah.
This is why last year I was involved in mostly all the interviews.
Yeah.
Because I love talking to people and I love hearing their story. And I really loved hearing your story, Trish. August 19th is going down. I'm getting so hyped to perform. I got a new song coming out this week. It's going to be fantastic, so check it out. MatthewMalave.com, on my IG, Mr. Malave, Facebook, Twitter, I'm all over. You guys know. Matthew Malave, out.
Trish can't come to the party, sadly. She's in another state.
I know.
Yeah,
Oh.
I'm in Florida.
Wait a minute. When are you supposed to be coming up to around the New York area?
Whenever I can get there, I will be there.
Nice.
Um,
So eventually.
Yeah, hopefully for New York Comic Con or before. Yeah, I'm gonna be in Philly actually next week for visiting my brother. So nothing major, but
Shit. We're gonna talk
Yeah,
about that
hang
after
up.
the show. We're driving to Philly.
Go into Philly!
Going to Philly.
yeah.
No, I'm really glad you came on. This was a really awesome episode. We had a lot of fun, a lot of jokes. And obviously we got to learn more about you, which is really what matters the most for Cosplayers Month especially. My name is Tommy James, Mr. Oh So Smooth. And I will see you on Wednesday for the Who You Got Challenge. That's Jade's conference. And now it's time for our special guest to say her goodbyes. Go ahead, Trish.
Thanks, guys. Thanks for having me. This is Electrish signing out, and Love what you do. Keep doing it.
It's Electrish.
Bye.